Welcome to 33 Senses, where we bring people together to share their talents to encourage you to keep creating. The possibilities are endless.
Alrighty, so looking at creators, inspirers, people who find inspiration, movers, shakers, filmmakers. What do we have this week?
Yes, this week I found you a filmmaker. This is someone who has been listening to a lot of messages and also following their passions. His name is Kliewer. He actually moved here from out of state just to do a film and then found himself doing a few more projects. There's a lot that we learned about his background story. I don't want to tease too much. Ron, what were you thinking?
Well, the one thing I will say about Jay is that with his films, there's an education element to it. So as you'll see from his interview, you will learn something from each and every one of his productions that he produces with an underlining message.
Excellent. I'm ready.
You ready to watch it?
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, let me say it slower. Kliewer.
There it is. Yeah.
And we have to be careful too when we're around my friends and family, because somebody might say, "Hey Jay," and we'll both go, "What?" My friends and family call me Jay.
You're a fake, okay?
Mm-hmm. But it's just Jay. I don't have the AY at the end of it. So you didn't grow up in New Mexico.
I did not.
You came here to make a film.
I did.
And was it the landscape that brought you here to make your film, or
How long do we have?
45 hours?
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
So, no doo-doo, there I was. No, I was in church about 1.5 years ago. I've always had a passion for acting and that kind of thing. And so it's like, God, what do you want me to do? And for the first time that I had heard this particular parable by Jesus, and it was the 10 minas. But basically, real quickly, there was a king. He was going off to a land. He gave a mina to 10 servants. And he said, when I come back, I want to see what you did with my money. So it kind of was like a mafia. I'm giving you some money. Come back. I want to see. So the first servant, hey, I made 10 more for you. He's like, great. Here's 10 kingdoms. The second one was like, oh, I did 3. Okay, here's three cities. The last one, like, I knew you were like really strict, so I buried it. And he's like, you knucklehead. Why didn't you put it in the bank? Why didn't you invest? And that was the very first time I felt like I heard in my life, God was saying, Jay, I have given you your gifts and talents. Go do something with it. And I'm like, what? Okay, I could have got that message a long time ago. So I sold my house, moved to Beverly Hills. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm in Mississippi. I really feel that this first short that I did want to do for God. I want to do a biblical piece.
So you wrote this first.
I did not write it.
Or your story idea came.
The story came while I was in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. I was working manufacturing, and my goal was actually to go film in the Philippines because I knew they had a robust film industry. And all of a sudden, somebody in the middle from nowhere reached out to me on LinkedIn and said, have you seen what they're doing in New Mexico? And I'm like, New Mexico? What?
So you've never been here, traveled here?
No. So I quickly did research because this piece that I wanted to do is set in a desert. There's no desert in Mississippi. In fact, the guys at the time were like, well, we could green screen it. I'm like, no, I mean, yeah. And there's no desert in the Philippines. So I just diverted everything, came here, drove. I was headed to Cedar Crest, and I looked over in open spaces on the left-hand side. I'm like, there it is. It's there. Next day I walked it, and that's what brought me here to New Mexico.
What were your rules for whether or not you were going to stay or go?
Well, the rules were, I'm on the film journey now. And so really the only thing was, okay, completing that. And I knew that I could complete it. And so then I took a look around. I'm like, okay, you just trip over crew. I mean, this is, compared to being in Mississippi, it was like pulling teeth. But here, there was so much talent. And there is so much talent, both, above the line, below the line, everywhere. And so I'm like...
So it's easy to find crew. Is that what you're saying?
It is. And so then I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm on this film journey. I need to do something next. And so, and there was a lot of confusion, and I won't, people were like, are you staying? Are you leaving? I'm like, I don't know. I've been such a wanderer my whole life that I'm like, but right now, for the most part, the goal was really to stay. And so I came here about this time a year ago and have completed three projects. Two are two shorts, and one is a full-on pilot, TV series pilot. It's interesting when we're on this film journey, people find out you're a filmmaker and they say, I got a great idea. And I always say, okay, stop. Who's your target demographic? And I find that most people that have a story, and then I don't mean to be a jerk, but I'm like, okay, but who cares? Because if you can't identify who's going to want to watch this, I mean, even when I did The Sacrifice, which was that biblical short, I really just did it for God. I mean, I didn't have it on. I'm like, in fact, I'm okay. I guess we burn it now. I don't know. And so the actors are like, no, let's do something. So I always start from a place of who wants to see something. And so I did 24 years, started reserve, guard, spent a number of time on active duty. And so when it's funny, because when you're like, thank you for your service, I want to say, well, thank you for my paycheck, because it was great. It was wonderful.
You got to travel.
I got to travel.
You travel before, so.
And that's not, we don't travel the world, you know, kind of thing, but the potential jobs are really cool. I mean, I was down at this little place called Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and I supported the border mission with 200 service members that were assisting Border Patrol, watching illegals come across the border. And I brought Nigerians and Ukrainians over to learn how we do things, and sent over service members and buried soldiers. And so, again, thank you for so many cool opportunities there in the service. Wow. So what I found is that I think for me, my perspective, I was hearing a lot of false narratives about veterans. About 2 years ago, I was talking to an individual who is part of the American Legion, and he was just lamenting that they were having a real hard time recruiting people. And so then all these things culminated, and I kind of thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we could get a veteran sitcom off the ground. And we could get a veteran sitcom focused on the American Legion setting. And so you have something that's filmed like The Office, shot like How I Met Your Mother. I used to say Cheers, but we're not just at the bar. We don't just live there, although it is a cornerstone of the show. And then with a cast as aged as fine whiskey, like the Golden Girls, except being more true to the military demographic, which is 90% men.
Is the goal of that to bring more of our service members together, to make them feel like they're not alone? What does that do when you're part of, say, a VFW and you're a veteran? Well,
so when you're on a script writing journey, you know, you start here and you're like, you know, end up over here. And so part of it was, how can we get more people to join the American Legion? There are 58 different veteran organizations. And so one thing I say is, you know, during this last major conflict, Wounded Warrior did a phenomenal job with getting press and that kind of thing. The problem is they watered down the messaging from taking away from American Legion and VFW and DAV. They're all fighting for veteran issues, things, causes. Right. Since we've got 45 hours worth of video, I can go into no, I'm just kidding. But so the goal is not to create one more veteran organization. People often ask me, hey, are you sponsored by the military, of which everybody as a veteran comes from the military, is one that tries to put on a good face. And I'm not saying that disparagingly. There's truth to that. We have to look. So I've been an actor. That's my passion. And so although I did 24 years, I've found that there was a lot of satisfaction because I got to put a costume on every day. And my soldiers would tell me all the time, sir, you can't act like that. Oh, right. Right, here we go. We're going to do this.
You couldn't stay in character.
I couldn't stay in character. I'm like, come on, let's, you know, but you can't serve a leader that's like this, right? So with that said, you know, it very much is, you know, presenting yourself. And what I found is that when you're more authentic, then that's not always squeaky clean. And so I do have some characters, and they're not They're not token. They're not stereotypes. They're archetypes. They are there. So a couple that I always point to is, I got a grumpy old guy. He's a jerk. If you're listening, I love you, man. But he's like the Oscar Grouch of Sesame Street. He's like Waldorf and Statler on the Muppets. Those guys never change. They don't have an arc. And at this point in his life, he's never going to come off of that. That's not refined. But that is true. Mm-hmm. And if we didn't have him as part of the ensemble, everybody, my target demographic, the veterans that go, like, where's this guy at? Mm-hmm. And so my hope is that we eventually get enough viewerships that, hey, guess what? We're merging Veteran Legion with American Legion now. But
what is your purpose with doing this project?
So we exchange laughs. Big Bang Theory was like one of the big last one, 2.5 Men, or whatever the thing it is. And they give us we give them a half hour, and they give us some laughs, and that's it. So the goal is that with this, by filming it in an office type mockumentary style, every episode will have an education piece that will point back to the web. Again, so for instance, this concept pilot we shot it's all about, look, join a Legion and enroll in the VA and use a veteran service officer to do that. You're not alone in that process. So back on the website, it's already there. We've got links to all of the VSOs if you want to go directly to the VA, if you want to use American Legion. We don't come up with our own VSO list. We're not going to do it. But that would be the goal, is every episode then we're like, hey, did you know you had this benefit? And so it's interesting, back to when I talk about the target demographic, there are about 6 million individuals that attend those posts. But what I found is a large bit of that community is actually the spouses and loved ones. Mm. And so most service members don't really talk about their service for a couple of reasons. Did you ever see Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Probably.
Okay, man. You didn't watch the extended version, all 13 hours? Put your Lord of the Rings outfit on.
I'll go back and watch it later.
You need to. Anyway, at the very, very last scene, again, we've just all gone on this epic journey with them. They're sitting in a bar, and just the four of them are just looking at each other. Everybody else around them is like, nobody can understand the journey that they went on. Now, we're not that same military that the Vietnam guys did, and even a few in Afghanistan. So it's not like, oh, I did something so top secret, I can't tell you about it. But, I could say, look, I buried 6 soldiers. And, yeah, that's something that most people couldn't. We're lucky if we go through one funeral, if we're chaotic and stuff like that. But why make this? So what I have found, one of the reasons is, part of the reason people aren't joining is you walk in, and it's like walking in your grandma's basement. And a new person walks in, most likely they're a veteran, but people don't get off their stools and go, hey, who are you? Come on, what's going on? It's not the most inviting place. The second is the people coming in, and they're like, I'm done, I don't want to be here anymore. But to what your point is okay, well, if you start getting into a place where you feel like you need, then that's a place to go.
Yeah.
Having a place to go is a big deal sometimes.
Yeah.
When we're home, and I don't know if you're like that, but I'm home and I'm stuck in my own head and thinking about, the past,
So now imagine you maybe, and again, don't think every veteran's had a traumatic experience, because they haven't. Mm-hmm. And that's part of what this messaging is also going to be. I'm sick and tired of the broken soldier, service member.
That.
It's what?
I know it's a mockumentary. Are you showing, and you're showing archetypes, are you showing real life experiences and stories, but doing them in a different way?
Well, the interesting thing is it's a veteran sitcom. Mm-hmm. It's not a military sitcom. It's not, and so we've been trying to find symbols, of, okay, what, if we had planes and tanks and guns, but you don't have that with the veteran sitcom, because that's a part of their past. That's part of them. It doesn't go away, but it helps to define them. But that's not where they're living at this moment. But this is my first venture into getting a project funded commercially. And so when I shot a mini pilot, which was 10 minutes, the veterans got it. They understood. And what I found is that the people in the industry did not, especially if they didn't have a loved one that was a veteran. You know, New Mexico, again, I'm an outsider. Albuquerque has had a fledgling industry, but they've never, from my perspective, you know, grew the roots deep to weather the storm. And so the goal is can we, through a TV series now, because we've had several flow through town, but why wasn't it more established? And again, there's dynamics for everything. So, but my goal is, if we do a TV series, now we begin to grow our above the line talent. We begin to grow our...
To grow and also uncover maybe some talent. Do you feel like there are a lot of people that have the skills that it takes to be in film / television that maybe they don't even realize that there is a need for them? Do you feel like there is a need for more talented people to step up a little bit? And
so yes, and.
Yeah.
There are tons of professionals that live here. I mean, I'm growing my list in the year I've been here that, man, if you get them on this show, what it means for them is they don't have to be gone from their home. They can be here. And they are people that have been on multi-million-dollar projects. There are the undiscovered. So that's where I think this has it over a film, because when you do a film, you're like, okay, I'm hiring you and you and you. We're going to do this and be done. My goal, and I think it's a little throwback from the Army, is, okay, let's identify some up and coming people. In the Army, we call it the left seat, right seat. So I'm driving. I'm in the, what side do we drive on? I forget. Left.
Here?
Yeah, here in the U.S. I'm in driving, but you're in the passenger. You're watching everything I'm doing. And so what happens with most things, because you really don't want to overpay people, once I'm gone, you've seen it and you step up into that, now I'm gone. And so, yeah, maybe you got it, but in the Army, the technique is now you're going to drive and I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to be the passenger. And so I think we have the opportunity to, you know, grow. Because one other thing I did want to say is, so there is some disgruntled words when they're like, well, they bring the A-listers in, they bring the above the line talent in, but that's not a fair conversation, because who are you going to bring? You're going to bring your friends. You're going to bring so we need to create an environment where, like, let's bring in an outside director, and typically their main person is their cinematographer. And we say, no, you can't bring your cinematographer. Yeah. You're going to play with our cinematographer.
Got to change the narratives a little bit. If you want things to change, you can't talk about how they constantly used to be. We just need to start talking about them differently, like you're saying. So right. Thank you for that. I want to ask you one last thing, only because of time, but I hope we still get to talk again very soon. What else are you seeking? What when you wake up and when you're starting your day and when you're going for that next project, especially while you do a lot of waiting, I'm sure, waiting for people to call you back, waiting to hear feedback. So I know you just mentioned before that you started another project. So what is that inside that drives you to just keep going? What is that thing that you're constantly seeking? What are you after?
Well, if I got the message right and I am supposed to be on this film journey, then I need to continue to build the slate. It was in a year, I just had somebody recently give me a feature, and I love the feature, but it was like, this is the first time I was getting a feature, and now I'm getting outside material coming in, and I'm like, okay.
Thank you so much again for unknowingly giving really great advice to other people that are looking to do what you want to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're great.
Thank you.
Do you see how great you look? Did you see yourself on camera? Right?
No, because now I turn and I can't see my.
Here, how about this one? Right?
This is.
Oh, that's me. Hold on.
That's you.
Wait, I messed up. right?
Okay. All right.
You said good.
So-
said good.
yes, I
All
guess
right.
so.
Guess you can say bye now.
Okay, bye.
Say bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Wow. Filmmaker, creator, finding his mission outside of the state, bringing his vision here. How did that feel for you?
I liked that he was listening to the messages that people are giving him and that he has heard around him, and he is actually going for it and following through.
What'd you think?
So as a filmmaker, one of his biggest objectives is to find who his target audience is. And I found it quite interesting that with the first film that really launched him into New Mexico and creating movies in New Mexico wasn't for a particular audience on this physical plane that we live on. It was for God. And in turn, it answered and fulfilled his need as a filmmaker, being able to tell stories. It got people's attention that, hey, Jay's here, he's in town, he's ready to make some magic happen. And it doesn't just stop there, right? The education that he's providing with his pilot that he's working on about the VFW is so important because, I mean, it's a twofold thing. One, there needs to be some veteran education, especially for veterans who don't know what the VFW can offer. Because yes, they can be very closed places.
Not just the VFW, but all the other, the American Legion, all of those.
Right, exactly. So what I love about the pilot that he's bringing out is that it shows a little bit of playfulness behind the scenes, a little bit more of a welcoming environment than what maybe some people are used to, but at the same time providing education for those who maybe want to be interested in joining the Legion. So he's really taken his filmmaking journey on a twofold journey, giving us a story for people to be entertained by and also providing education.
What did you think about that advice that he was giving about making sure you know who your target audience is too? That helped me a lot.
Knowing who he's trying to get across and that audience gets it, whether or not the upper ups that he was talking to got it. It's an important lesson. I appreciated at one point he said that, you know, he's heard this message, and if he is receiving the correct message and he's doing the right thing, he's just going to continue until there's fruition of it. I love any time somebody brings up Lord of the Rings, so I think that was I think that was a good segue about, you know, at the very end when you're done, you don't need anything glitzy or glamour. It's just real people sitting down having conversations about real life.
And the right audience, if you're focusing your film, your TV show on the right audience, they will get it. Just like how he was referencing the end of the movie, how they're all sitting around at the bar, and they have that mutual understanding of what they've been through and all of that. So I get it.
Immediate buy-in
Yes.
from the people around you. I liked his Army reference about driving and how he's in the driver's seat, and at some point somebody else is going to be in the driver's seat. They're going to be the co-pilot, and then moving on. And it seems like he takes his faith in the same light, where he's not necessarily the driver, but every now and then he has to push forward the mission, and somebody else could be next to him.
It's cool that he's applying his skills that he's learned in the military to this style of filmmaking. You know, discipline, you know, and that's what a lot of people need to know when making a movie, is that you have to have a certain discipline in all sorts of areas. But if you're not focused, if you don't have a direct plan, and if you don't know who your target audience is, where's your film going to go? So I really do appreciate him applying that military style of thinking into filmmaking. It's really important.
And a lot of himself, because he's very playful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
very
humble
playful.
too.
Very
humble
humble.
Yeah,
too.
very humble as well.
He doesn't really want any credit for what he's done, which just amazes me. I said wow a couple times because I couldn't believe that I was being thanked. You know, even if it was just something very small, but for someone that has been in the Army or in the military to then thank you back is very special. So I like that reference. And as you were talking about before, the left seat and right seat, so that allows other people to have a turn in the driver's seat and learn what it's like.
It looks like he's kind of mastered, at least to what we can master, being thankful and grateful of what he's gotten and pushing it forward. That was a very good interview.
Thank you.
Good job.
I'm thankful and grateful for you and you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right back at you.
And you're both welcome.
Thank you.
If you have a story for 33 Senses, send us a message. The 33 Senses Production at gmail.com. And be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to us at 33 Senses on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram.
Never, 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 never give up. Never, 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 never give up. I say all the time, one more time, I mean it this time. Next time I remember the time and stop time when I feel high. Then forget the time and wait for time to heal.
40 years ago, in this same location, Francisco and Socorro Arredondo dreamed of their family business thriving and growing like it is today. Chili Connection is your neighborhood market, located on the corner of Mountain and Broadway, and open all year, now taking custom orders for the holidays. Stop by for free smells, local produce, and family.
I'm Magnolia Zuniga. I'm a clinical Ayurvedic specialist practicing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ayurveda is a system of traditional medicine and practices to prevent and treat illness by maintaining balance in the body, mind, and consciousness. I work with clients in person and online to create individualized health plans that blend dietary and lifestyle protocols, Ayurvedic therapies, prescribed yoga, and breathing practices to encourage holistic health and well-being. I also formulate organic, botanical, and pharmaceutical-grade herbal remedies. I create a safe environment for clients to grow and empower themselves to implement and maintain healthy and satisfying lifestyles. Call today to set up your first appointment.